Right, so I think I've got my microphone on. I didn't realise that I hadn't got it turned on yesterday, so I couldn't understand why Mark's voice was clearer than mine, and I realised that my voice was being picked up by his mic and mine wasn't on. So I've got this on. What? I haven't got food. No. So yeah, I'm hoping that I don't sound too strident, because that's why I've been resistant to having a microphone. When I tried to listen back yesterday evening, I really struggled with my ears, but once I put my headphones on and listened, it was okay. So hopefully that works. And Mel, yes, I think you're right. I think it is wild carrot. I'm tempted now to pull it up and see if there's a carrot on the end of it. It's really pretty, really pretty. I really don't know where to begin with the pages and the Walkie Talkies. It's really frightening. And I don't know. I think they're still trying to get to the bottom of how or who is responsible. And what I read this morning is that the firm that it seemed that there was a firm in Budapest who people were suspecting have denied that it's anything to do with them. But I can't get my head round the story, but know how awful and scary it is. And it's the sort of thing that you expect in a spy movie, in a thriller, not in real life. And I feel that this world that we live in now is so dangerous, so much more dangerous. When I was a kid, or when I was younger, not a kid, but when I was younger, the fear for me, what was I? It was 1968. It was 1968. I'm sure that's post-Cuban Missile Crisis. But there was something else going on, and we were travelling, and I was reading On the Beach by Neville Shute about nuclear. There'd been a nuclear bomb, and people were living out the last of their life because of radiation. And I remember how scared I felt then. And I can remember a time when my kids were young, and I don't know what was going on then, whether it was just me suddenly feeling vulnerable because I'd got young children that I was responsible for. But I can remember being scared again about what would happen if. But now that the nuclear scare is not at the forefront of what there is to be scared of. I think what there is to be scared of is technology. And I was thinking, I know somebody, it was my sister having a go at me, had a go at me about Starlink, because I've got Starlink and I hate Elon Musk. Yes, we've discussed that. But I sort of think, he is dangerous and powerful. What can he do with his, what can he do with Starlink and with the satellites? That is very scary. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I could send it all back or stop it or whatever and find an alternative. That's hard. That's hard, having just started with it, having been at the mercy of France Telecom. But at the same time, I don't like supporting him. Anyway, so the pages and now Walkie Talkies. So there's been another attack via Walkie Talkies. It's still up in the air for me. I don't know enough about it to be able to discuss it, but I haven't not seen it. We've been out this morning, and I've got money. I'm supposed to be going to art this afternoon, but I hardly slept. Slept very badly. So I don't think we'll be going to art. I haven't quite made my mind up. I'll see what happens. I'm going to throw together some food in a minute. I'll see what happens, but I think we may not be going to art today. I get tired when I'm at art. Even if I've slept, I get tired. So I don't know. We'll see. Thought about the chicken and We were talking when we were talking out there yesterday about, or I sort of said we could bring her in and feed her and keep her indoors. And I'm thinking that won't work. It won't work because she won't then get the exercise that she does get out in the garden. She'll be sitting more. She sits a lot, but she'll be sitting more if she's kept in a cage. I mean, it's quite a big cage for one small hen, but I don't really want to do that. She was out and about in the garden this morning when I let them out. I put her next to the food. And she looked like she was about to start eating. I think I'm just going to start feeding her twice a day rather than once a day and keep giving food to her, because I think she can't scratch like the others do. So she can't scratch around for food in the way they do. So they scratch up bugs and worms and various things. She can't do that. She does need to eat the chicken food. And I don't know why she doesn't go and eat it. You know, when I leave her closed in, with her bread and Marmite, I don't think she goes and eats any of the food. So I think I do need to be feeding her. I can remember years ago, there's a thing called anorexic thinking that, or is it anorexic thinking? But before you can become anorexic, if over a prolonged period of time you're not getting enough food and you eat less and less, and eventually you want less and less, and you lose weight. And I think it is called anorexic thinking. I remember years ago, about 18 months before my dad died, he was in hospital in London, and he was in for a procedure, and they made him nil by mouth before the procedure. That the procedure then got postponed, but they didn't feed him in between times, and the food was disgusting anyway. So when they did offer him food, he wouldn't eat it, and so he started, over a period of 10 days, he lost a lot of weight. And my sister, the younger sister, went and took him out of hospital and brought him home and fed him. Otherwise he would have died. And that's bit of a nice move, but well, not a nice move, but it's a bit of a leap. But I think that's what's happening with her, is that she's not eating enough, and therefore she's not hungry, not wanting enough, and not feeding herself enough to put weight on. Every time I pick her up, I think how light she is. So I do need to feed her. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to feed her twice a day and just get some weight on her. If I can get some weight on her, I think then she'll improve. But all the time she's this light, she's just going downhill. So that's it really. I hope my mic works. I hope that I'm not shouting. This will be quite handy to have one each when we're in the car, when we're doing, like, I'm doing a road trip, and I have to move the phone over near to him when he's talking, and then back to the road, and then like this. So if we've both got a mic on, that'll be ideal. And it was quite nice sitting there chatting. Oh, the other thing I was going to say. I'd hoped that being far enough away from the camera, you wouldn't have seen all my dinner down me. I had chucked dinner down me yesterday. We'd had salad and chicken and egg and coleslaw, and what else was there on the plate? Oh, a bit of potato salad from potatoes left over from the day before. And I just chucked the salad down me, and I'd got stains all down my blue shirt, and really should have, but because of how I felt yesterday, I should really have gone up and changed, but I didn't. And I was hoping I'd be far enough away from the camera, the phone view, not to see the stains on my shirt. Well, I know I could see them. So that had to go in the wash. So yeah, I'm going to have to remember to wear clean clothes. I do wear clean clothes, but sometimes I get in such a mess when I eat. I was just talking to Vicky, and she's the same. We eat carefully, and just at the last mouthful we think, well, that's good, I didn't get anything down me, and then in the last mouthful it's like we fail at the last hurdle. And I think that fail at the last hurdle comes from a true phenomenon, in that hurdlers and sprinters are taught, when they're competitive hurdlers and sprinters, are taught to run the 100 meters as if it's 110 meters. And I guess the hurdlers are taught to run and make that last hurdle, the second to last hurdle, in their head to make sure that they keep the momentum. And I think that's what failing at the last hurdle means. I didn't make that up. I'm sure that's what that means. Anyway, I'm going to go back in now and see what I can throw together with a bit of chicken, some lardon and some ratatouille and some spaghetti, some gluten-free pasta or something. That's what we're going to have. And I don't think we'll be going to art. Thanks for all your comments. And I will be back to US politics. I've seen stuff. I follow on the Facebook page, Tim Walsh's Facebook page, and some troll had written something on there last night, and I just put a gif up of, and she came back at me, and then I got a message from Tim Walsh, friend, blah 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 blah, thanks for your support, is it la 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 la, and then asking me to donate, and I'm going, I live in France, I can't. I think I might be able to. I'll have a look, but I've got a feeling, I'm sure I looked, I've got a feeling that you need a zip code, and I don't have a zip code, so I won't be doing that. But it's funny to receive messages that are from Tim Walsh. Right, okay, thanks for watching, and I'm sure there'll be some more US politics. It's not going away for me, not yet. Not till the fat lady sings.